Hi, welcome to my next video. This is a video in and of itself. I'm on the Blue Ridge Parkway right now, but I decided to devote just one little video to this particular thing rather than included in the Blue Ridge Parkway and kind of mess that up. Anyway, so here I am on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I got off, I was on the parkway and I passed something that said Tuggle's Gap. I saw a restaurant, you know, a little restaurant. I thought, okay, I'm going to get off and, you know, maybe do a little bit of video, whatever, take some pictures, you know, who knows. Anyway, and I'd passed a church with a graveyard and I thought, you know, I'm going to go in there, maybe take a few pictures there too. It's kind of what I do. But anyways, so I get off, there's road work. It's like Highway 8 in Virginia, there's road work. So I take my right, I pull into the church, and then I turn around. I decide, you know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to turn around and leave because I realize that my phone's not charging. I've been having issues with it all day. It was overheating. I couldn't open up my camera app. It wasn't charging. And then as I was leaving the church, I realized that I have one of those home chargers and I plug it into an inverter box inside the car. Well, I noticed that obviously it wasn't charging. And so I got to looking and I had placed it inside the middle storage place in the middle of the seats. So that it would try to stay cool because it's overheating, but it needs to charge. Well, I don't know what happened. I pulled it out and I don't know what happened, but the piece, it bent it may have already been getting old, who knows, I don't know, but it bent the piece that goes into the phone and broke, and anyway, so I had to try to straighten it up a little bit. I finally got charged a little bit, had to bend it a little more to try to get it to charge. Anyway, it was broken. It completely broke. So I'm leaving the church and I'm all amped up because my day on the parkway is completely abolished. I've got to leave. My phone's dead. I was down to 1%. It's dead. So I have to leave and go find a Walmart or somewhere to find a charger for my phone. I don't have a choice. I have to find something. I have to find a Walmart, a Best Buy, a Verizon, AT&T, something, you know, that's going to have a charger for my phone. Anyway, and I'm sure, most any wireless store is going to have a charger for my phone. I don't know about Walmart, but I'm pretty sure most any wireless store. But anyway, that means I got to go find some civilization. I got to go find people. I have no idea where I'm going. I have no clue what way I'm to go. I just know that I got to leave, go back the way I started, try to, old school it, wing it best I can, find a place and find a charger before it gets too late in the day. Anyway, as I'm pulling out of the church, it was kind of a steep decline, and to the side, there was like a little ditch. Well, wouldn't you know it, stupid me, I cut it too freaking close. And anyway, bottom line is, I cut it too freaking close, and my car got stuck right there in the ditch, and it was bad. It was kind of bad. My car, I couldn't get it out. There was no way to get it out. There was no way I could back it out. All I could do, in fact, it was in such a precarious way that I immediately pulled up the emergency brake, pulled up the parking brake, and pulled up the emergency brake and put it in park and got out of the car, because the driver's side of the car, the rear end was completely off of the ground by about 3 or 4 inches. So not really a safe, that's how steep the ditch was. And it was, steep enough that I knew that it wasn't a good situation. I didn't need to be sitting in the car in case, something, God forbid, it wanted to tip over. That's very scary. I had that happen to my Ford Focus one time. It's a very scary situation. But an even scarier situation is that my phone was dead. Okay, so my phone's dead, and I have no idea, no way of knowing how I'm going to get help, because my phone's dead, and there's no way to get any help. Well, there were a couple of, there were a lot of cars going up and down the road. So there was one house across the street and there was another house next to the church. Anyways, so I'm thinking, okay, I start waving my arms, you know, to indicate that I need help, because, you know, I needed help. My car was stuck. I couldn't get it out. Anyway, my phone was dead. There was no way I could call AAA. There was nothing. Plus service, I think, in this area is also spotty. Anyway, so someone stops. A lady stops. She pulls in immediately. A lady said she was just getting off of work. Anyway, and she pulls in. She said, and I tell her what's going on. She says she could probably help me, maybe pull it out, but she doesn't know. And I said, okay, well, I probably need just a tow truck, you know. And I'm like, at this point, I don't care. I don't care who comes and does it. A tow truck, you know, any tow truck, you know. And I know I'm going to pay. I'm going to pay probably a good, you know, I'm probably going to pay a good bit, you know, to get my car winched out. But, you know, and anyway, I'm looking, I walk around to the front of the car and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick to my stomach, because I can tell the way the car is sitting, it is, the bumper is sitting right in the ditch. It's right on the grass. It looks bad. I mean, you know, it looked like the whole bumper was, I mean, to me, from the way I was looking at it, I could see it. It looked like the whole bumper was just mushed in. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick to my stomach, because, I mean, my insurance is a $500 deductible. I could go down some, but, you know, either way, I'm still going to pay $250 or $500. I mean, a bumper replacement, and that's all it would be, is a bumper replacement, is probably less than $500. I mean, so there's, you know, I'm still going to pay like $250 out of pocket, or, you know, even with a $250 deductible, I'm still going to pay $250, you know, out of pocket. Anyway, that I don't want to pay. Now look at the bumper. I'm just sick. I'm sick to my stomach. I just purchased this car a couple of months ago, and I am sick a few months ago, and I am sick to my stomach. Anyway, I see the bumper. It looks bad. It looks really bad. It looks like the bumper is mushed in. And I'm hoping there's, you know, and I'm just standing there hoping and praying that there's not any other damage to the car, you know, that might affect its ability to run and drive and whatever. Anyways, and I don't even know about that yet. I'm sure that it probably whacked the alignment out of place. I'm sure the alignment's out of place. Who knows, the front end. It probably definitely whacked the alignment out of place, and tire balance. Who knows? I don't know. I won't know until I'm obviously, I'm out of the ditch now. Anyway, the lady that stopped said, and I just told her, I said, I just need a tow truck. I don't care. Any tow truck. A tow truck. She says, I know a guy, named Corey. He's got a tow truck business, or, you know, whatever. And he's not that far down the road. He's only 10-15 minutes down the road. I can call him for you. And she did. He came out. The lady was really super nice. She was headed home from work. I'm sure she was tired. Her name was Kate. Nice lady. All thanks to Kate. She stayed. She asked me if I wanted her to stay there with me. And I kind of went, you know, okay, yeah. Because, you know, I mean, anyway, she stayed there with me until the tow truck driver got there. Then she split, and super nice, super nice. As soon as she saw me waving my arms, she immediately pulled in and helped me. Called the tow truck. Anyway, needless to say, the tow truck came. He was able to pull my car out of the ditch. That set me back $100. I'm about to show you what it did to the front bumper. I am not happy. I am not pleased. As far as I can see, the car's running okay, but I'm not pleased with the damage. Anyway, so the lady that, anyway, someone else stopped. Her name is Lisa. All thanks to Lisa Bowman as well. She stopped. The name of the church is Tuggles Baptist Church. I'm going to assume, I don't know. I'm assuming she's the pastor's wife, but I don't know. I didn't ask. Anyway, be back in a second. Anyway, I don't know if she's the pastor's wife or not, but anyway, all thanks to her. big thanks to her. A big thanks to her. She came, she asked me if I needed help, told me that if I needed anything, just to walk up to her house. She was in I guess she called it the parsonage. I guess it's a church house. Anyways, she even, when I told her about my phone and how I'd broken my charger and I was just headed to Walmart or somewhere to get another one, she asked me what kind I had. She had one. It's exactly like the one almost exactly like the one I've got. Plugs into an inverter box. Just super nice. Just told me, hey, the next time you come through this area, all I ask is that you come here and come to church. And I was like, you know what? The next time I am in this area, I will definitely come to her church, Tuckles Baptist Church. Thanks to her, Lisa Bowman. Anyway, we exchanged information, Facebook information. So super big thanks to her. She gave me a charger. Just super nice. And after the tow truck left, I backed my car up. I stood there and I talked to her for a little bit. Really nice. Super nice lady. Anyway, so I'm going to get out and I'm going to show you a little bit of what it did to my car. I'm not happy with it. Of course, I've got to, if I fix it, I mean, I don't have to fix it because it's not that bad, but, you know, I mean, it's not, the bumper's not falling off. It's still there. It's still solid. It's just something that, you know, if I want it fixed, I'm going to pay about $400, $500 to replace the bumper. And I mean, even if my insurance would pay for it, which they will, up to my deductible, but with the semi-accident, I am just not in a mood to have another claim. I'm really not. So, if I choose to fix it, it's going to be out of pocket, $500 out of pocket. Anyway, so let's get to it. I'm going to get out and show you exactly what I did, and I don't like it. I'm not happy. But anyway, let's get to it, and let's show you what I did. Okay, guys, here's my girl, and I don't know if you can see the damage that I did on this video. You probably can a little bit. I can certainly see it. Anyways, so as you can see, as you can see that the, let me zoom it down a little bit. As you can see, that little piece right there is a little bit cattywampus, looks a little weird. Okay, guys, over here is where the damage is. Now, mind you, I purchased this car with a few snafus on it already. Right there, as you can see, right there. There's where I whacked into the ditch. Let's see, let's put you over my right hand so I can show you guys a little better. As you can see, you can even see the grass. The grass got caught on the mud flap, and if you can see it, the mud flap, I don't know if you can see it, but the mud flap is actually dented as well. Anyway, this is what gripes me. This is what really gripes my butt. Right here. Right here. It's got a little dent in it now. I don't like the fact that the mud flap is also dented. That doesn't please me either. Anyway, someone's pulling in here, so I'll come back to it in a second. Okay, here's my girl again. Somebody just pulled in, asked me if I was okay. Guess so. I'm bitten down looking at the front of the car on the Blue Ridge Parkway of all places. I figured this was a good spot. Anyway, I want to show you what I did, though. It was kind of, if you look right there, it was obviously, it's dented right here. And there's a little dent up underneath, which I can't fix. There's no way to fix that. Anyways, I put some paint there because it cracked there were some cracks going out from the paint. So I fixed that. And I'll show you a couple more little snafus that I did. Let's see if that looks okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's solid. Now, the other problem. I don't know if you can see it in the video. You probably, let me bend down. You probably can. If you look straight on at it, you can see that the grill, well, not the grill, I guess you call that the grill? Is that the grill? I don't know. But it looks a little cattywampus, a little weird. Anyway, I'm going to show you what it did. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Anyway, don't know if you can see it, but it mushed it up just a little bit, so it's not quite uniform, not quite solid with this. It needs to be probably mushed down. Probably needs to be mushed down. Yeah, right there. You can really tell it. It's okay right there. But right over here, you can see it's not quite uniform. Kind of the whacking kind of pushed it up. If I stand up, I can show you. Now, I could actually push that down and probably apply a little bit of super glue to it. And that would probably, I would flatten it out. Now, over here on the side, it already had some snafus over here on the side, which you can't see now. But if you look up underneath there, you can see somebody, whoever had it, scraped the bottom part of it. I've already touched that up. I touched up the paint on the front. Obviously, can't do much, but that little spot right there, I touched it up. I can't do anything about the denting. There's nothing I can do. And then there's another little spot right there, as you can see. You can't see. You can see it up close, but you can't see it. That was another snafu. I bought the car with these snafus. And then you go over here to this side, and somebody whacked the other side too, just a little bit down at the bottom. I painted that a little bit too. So as you can see, my baby got a boo-boo. And I am not happy about it. My baby got a boo-boo. Sorry. Anyway, hoping you guys can see. Looking straight on, I'm hoping you guys can see. Ooh. Okay, I'm squatted down, guys. I don't know if you can see my boo-boo or not, but my car's got a boo-boo. I'm not happy about her boo-boo. I am a little happier now that I painted that little spot. That little spot over on the left, you can see over on the left side. I'm a little happier about that. That grill is a little off. I know with a little bit of crazy glue or super glue, that will put it back down uniform and make it solid. I know the other side, the right side's just a wee bit loose. So it's not really loose, and it's not going anywhere, but could use a little super glue. Anyway, I know I can make that down uniform. Don't know. I'll go home. I'll think it over. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it down there. The mud flap is also dented. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, I'm going to go home, think it over, talk to my ex-husband. You know, it is $500. Anyway, I'm going to think it over. Okay, one more. As you can see, there's that little spot. It's probably dry now from the paint. And if you look down, it put a big mush right up under the bottom part of the bumper. Yeah, not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. As you can see, my car has an Ouchie. And I hate Ouchies. Oh, I so hate Ouchies. Anyway, it's like just a little tiny video stills. Just want to show you guys. Anyway, the grill, I'm going to try to do something with that with glue maybe. But anyway, just want to say, my car's got an Ouchie and I hate Ouchies. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, my car has an Ouchie. A big Ouchie. I haven't decided what I want to do. It'll take me a little bit to figure it out. You know, I'll have to drive it a few days and just, you know, or a week or two, just see, you know, because I'm going to be out on the road a few more days, and then I'm going home, and I got stuff to take care of. So, and then I'll figure it out, you know, if I want to pay to put a whole new bumper on it, or I just want to just save the $500 and not. The bumper itself is solid. It's not going anywhere. The little bottom grill part is a little, like I showed you in the video, it is a little, just a wee bit where it got mushed or smashed. It's a little bit loose. But I can put a little bit, it's not bad, it's not real bad, it's just a tiny bit loose on one side and a tiny bit loose at the bottom. It's not going anywhere, but it's solid, it's not going anywhere. But if I wanted to push it back down a little bit, I know what I can do. I did it with a bumper on another car. I can just put a little bit of crazy glue or super glue or some kind of glue on it, probably super glue or crazy glue, and just hold it in place, and it will attach and, you know, go back down solid. And then the side I won't even have to worry about, but the bottom part is where I showed you that just knocked it just a wee bit, knocked it where it's not completely level or flush with the bumper. I could put a little bit of glue on that, and that would work. Anyway, and I already put a little paint on it, you know, to, you know, touch up the place where it cracked the paint. There's nothing I can do about that mush. I mean, you know, the mush underneath. Only thing I can do is replace the whole bumper. But I'll have to decide if I want to pay the $500 or I'm okay. You know, I'm okay with it. I don't like it, but again, I have to decide if I'm okay with it. I know a few years ago, I was in a small accident. I was out in Nevada with my other car, and it knocked off a bunch of paint on the front bumper, and there was no way I could put touch-up paint on it to fix it. And I had to decide, you know, and I had, you know, I didn't even think about it with that car. I didn't even think about replacing the bumper. I could have. I didn't even think about it. And I was too far away from home. I was in Nevada, so it wasn't like I was going to be running out to a body shop right then. And it was really ugly with the black sticking out. So I touched it up as much as I could, and then I just did what I have done in the past. But I don't want to do that with this car. Anyway, I just done what I've done, and I just slapped some stickers on it. It made it look better, or, you know, you couldn't even see it once you stuck the stickers on, of course. But I don't want to do that with this car. I don't want to put stickers on it, at least not until it's, you know, got a lot of miles on it and it's all beat up. It's only got 48,000, so I don't, you know. But anyway, I'll go home, I'll think on it. I'll talk, like I said, I'll go home, think on it, talk to my ex-husband, see what he thinks, you know, because it is going to be, like I said, $500 that I'll have to pay to fix the bumper. You know, and I never know, you know, when I'm going to have to do a repair, you know. I mean, that's what I've always thought in the past was, but if I pay to put another bumper on, what happens if I turn around in a month and I've got to do a repair, or I got to put a set of tires on it, which is going to cost $500. You know, what am I going to, you know, what will I do? I mean, is it noticeable? Will anyone else notice it? I notice it, but will anyone else? Is it really notice it? You know, is it really noticeable? Will it detract from how the car looks? Does it really matter in the big scheme of things? To me it does, but, you know. Anyway, so I'm sitting here. It's about 7 o'clock. I want to go a little bit further down the parkway. I only have about an hour. As I showed you, I did a little tiny bit of touch-up paint on both sides of the bumper. I still have still have some touch-up paint on the back bumper, and those were snafus that were on the car when I bought it. Anyway, and the sides of the bumper, those were snafus that were on the car when I bought it. Didn't know it, but not that it matters. It's a, you know, it's a 10-year-old car. Anyway, it's used, but it didn't have a 43,000 anyway. So I did a little bit of touch-up paint right there on the front and some touch-up paint on the side. Of course, it dries within seconds probably. But I did that, and then I went over to, I'm on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I went over to, there's like a pond over there, and I took some photographs and did a video. Anyway, I'm going to conclude this video now and get on my way. Hopefully I don't hit a deer. Oh my God, just pray that I don't hit a deer. Anyway, God bless. Peace.